Kwame Brown. Put some respect on Kwame Brown's name. I said it. Put some respect on Kwame Brown's name. It's bigger than basketball. It's bigger than Kwame Brown. It's bigger than what everybody think it is. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to explore all of those avenues. I got a special guest in the building. Hard Body by J. Timo. How's it going, man? How you feeling?
I feel like my eyes been open, you feel me? Because, as a Laker fan, I have to admit, I could not stand this dude, Kwame Brown. But it was only from a fan's perspective. It had nothing to do, I don't know him, you know what I'm saying? But from a fan's perspective, born and raised Laker fan, I called him a bum before. You get what I'm saying? But, since, I know we're going to get into it, but, I just have to admit that just in case he see that, I'm just going to be real. From a fan's perspective, you did frustrate me, bro. But, you know what I'm saying? I definitely appreciate what you're doing right now because a lot, like the black community needs this type of exposure, man, and this type of eye-opener.
And it's good you said that you thought he was a bum because one of the things that I do want to examine, I want to examine his career stats and was he really a bum? He's been with a lot of teams. He got drafted in 2001 and he retired in 2012. He started with the Wizards, 4 years with the Wizards, 3 years with the Lakers, 1 year with the Grizzlies, 2 years with the Pistons, 1 year with the Hornets, 1 year with the Warriors, and 1 year with the 76ers. So we're going to just check out his box scores and his stats. So games played, total games played, 607 games played. Total minutes played. This is an average, 22.1. That's less than 2 quarters a game that he played. And he averaged 6.6 points per game. And he shot 40, almost 50% from the field goal. So with that being said, if he was really a bust, if Kwame Brown was really a bust, why they didn't make him play any more minutes than he did? So and if Kwame Brown was a bust, considering the minutes that he did play, he was still able to average 6.6 points per game. Think about that. If you add a little more minutes to that, and that's not even taking in consideration at what point of the game they put him in. Because I know he wasn't starting. Was he starting? No, he wasn't starting. So they could.
Lakers, yeah. He started for the Lakers.
Well, in his rookie year, Nah. So a lot of that starting to call him a bust came from his years with the Wizards. So it's like if they put him in the game while they're already losing, all the players are already frustrated. Is he really given like a place to shine? You know what I'm saying? What do you think about that?
No, it makes perfect sense. You know what I'm saying? You got, as a professional athlete, you gotta, you need a rhythm. Like, you need to catch a rhythm. You get what I'm saying? You gotta catch a rhythm. You gotta, it's hard. As a pro bodybuilder, even with me, if I'm not on, if I haven't been on stage for a minute, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I need to do a show just so that I can get that rust off. So I could just imagine as a basketball player, you know what I'm saying, a professional basketball player, if you're not being able to catch a rhythm, it's gonna be hard, especially if plays not drawn up correctly. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be hard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So with him getting the perception of being a bust, that I think, in my opinion, I don't think it's right. I don't think it's right because you got NBA players that will say something different.
They don't know everything that was going on in the atmosphere. You know what I mean? They just look at Kwame, they say, oh, You know, he didn't pan out, number one pick, call him a bust, everything like that. And I would always be like, well, there's a whole lot more to this story than that. Like y'all are missing a whole lot of parts. So I said, okay, well, why don't I just invite some guys that were there, that were on the Wizards, and we all talk about it. You know what I mean? And all kind of paint the correct picture of what was going on during our days in DC. Because it was a it was a difficult situation. I'm gonna be honest with you. Jai, let me start with you, because what was your assessment of everything, first of all? When MJ came out of retirement, just the whole scene shifted from what it was supposed to be, which was, the Wizards, weren't they really that high, that good of a team before that. Didn't have a whole lot of wins. So it was gonna be like just young players getting, playing, getting, he was the number one pick. You had a lot of young guys. And then it changed from MJ coming out of retirement and got to make the playoffs, got to make MJ look good. Everything was just kind of different. What did you see, Jihadi?
I think a lot of players that was coming into their own the year before became just particular role players, more or less. And it was unwritten rule that that's just how it was going to go. It was an unwritten rule, that's how it's going to go. You're a role player. And so when Kwame came into the mix, I didn't feel like there was really enough room for Kwame to do anything there. It really wasn't enough room for a lot of people.
That's important. That's important. There wasn't even a spot for him to begin with. That's important.
Yeah, that's crazy.
If that was used to putting up buckets, they left. They had to go because it just wasn't enough balls. So to me, just the position alone was a tough position for Kwame to be in coming in, because it would have been a tough position for me.
Right.
It was a tough position for me. Once all the flair wore off, and so for Kwame, it had to be a tough position. Then he coming in at 17, and what people don't really.
That's one thing too. He was 17. He had a child mind, and he was a youngster.
Understand is how everybody's saying, okay, Kwame bust this. People didn't see how Kwame handled himself. Most people in that position, we saw Kwame every day. We talked to Kwame every day. He was our friend. He was our guy. Even though he was like a younger brother. And, you could tell he was going through his ups and downs, but he didn't break.
Right.
He never broke. He never broke. And imagine you at that age coming in that situation. Would have you, a lot of people would have broke.
Stephen A. talking about scrub this, scrub that. Stephen A. would have broke. Stephen A. probably would have curled up in a corner like a little bitch.
Stephen A. broke now. That's why he doing what he doing. He got to do what they tell him to do.
Exactly. And this fool with that loud ass mouth, that don't fool a lot of people. That loud mouth, that only shows you a loser. But I got another little clip, so I'm gonna go ahead and play this too. I got a few clips. I probably won't go through all my clips, but I'm gonna go through this one and then probably like the next two, and then we're gonna talk about that.
Practice.
But he was killing.
He destroyed the practice.
And then Doug Collins happened.
Doug Collins.
This is the thing that I saw, and I talked about this before. I saw Doug Collins. It almost seemed like he had it in for Kwame and was trying to take his confidence. That's what I saw. But
a 17-year-old kid, a already grown man, peeping that another grown man is pretty much trying to buck break this guy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and play.
yes, tell me what you saw, what you remember from back those times.
I mean, I'm with you. I think I really believe Doug was only just going by what Mike wanted him to do. At the end of the day, Doug was there for Mike. So Mike brought him in. to basically let Mike do whatever Mike needs to do. That's kind of how it was. Me personally, man, with Kwame, man, I just think that they just, never really gave him that shot. Again, I'm like Jahadi. I've seen some time with Mike, talk to him in a way where giving him, instructions about what to do. And then I have been around where he has said some words to the young boy that I was like, damn. And I'm with Jahadi. He didn't break it.
Imagine all of those people coming down on you at 17 years old. These are people that you looked up to. You looked up to Jordan. Jordan was probably his idol. You looked up to Jordan. You probably thought when you met Jordan, it was going to be all peachy cream and stuff, right? Nah. Everybody coming down on him. Confidence matter, especially when you're playing a competitive sport.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Man, I ain't gonna lie, at 17 years old, it'd have been hard for me, especially from how I was raised, to deal with somebody to talk to me like, the way they talk to him. I mean, I already know me, I probably got in a fight with him.
So that right there established a hostile environment from the jump. But it gets worse. Let me fast forward to where it gets worse. And this is another reason why, like, you can't really just call him a bust. You know what I'm saying? But let me find it. Give me a second. And all of this is under the Fair Use Act. We're watching this for criticism.
He would have let Kwame play. Yeah.
I'm gonna let this roll a little bit. Here's my point right here.
I don't remember if this was when that year or the next year, but they would have Kwame, and Kwame told this story in one of the videos. They would have Kwame literally working out like it's a pre-draft workout before the game, 2 hours before the game. Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
They would have
That's a setup, right? Did you know about any of that?
Nah, of course not.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Straight setup. Hold on, let me go ahead.
we would all start coming in, Kwame be in there drenched sweat. You know what I mean? Just be like, man, what you been doing? Like, they've been working me out, running sprints, doing lifting, all this different stuff, and then come to the game and then put him in the game and he's dead tired. Like, I'm sitting here next to him on the bench. He's tired. They done work this dude out for 2.5, 3 hours before the game. He's tired. And then, I'd be like, why are they doing this with him? Like, why are they? It's like they trying to set him up. Like, what's?
Like it's sabotage.
Yeah, basically.
What you think about that? They were buck breaking him. They were trying to break him. They were trying to make the little dude. They were trying to crush the little dude. They wasn't even trying to give him a chance. Like they said, he wasn't given a fair shot from the jump. What you think about that?
That's crazy, bro. I gotta gather my thoughts on that. Like,
yeah, it's like the ultimate setup to fail.
It's like, it's part of the reason why I don't even really watch the NBA no more, man, because you can't hide stuff like this in the social media age no more. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can tell it started getting, as I got older, you get what I'm saying? You could just tell how it was set up. Like, it wasn't no fun no more watching. You could tell that it's like set up for certain people to succeed and certain people to fail.
I.e. LeBron can't touch this, aka can't touch this. Can't. Yeah. Yeah, LeBron.
But even what they did to Kobe at the end of his career. They was trying to steadily push him out. And there were fans that was saying that he needed to retire. I was one of them. But why did he need to retire when now we
clear
see
cap space? That's what I was saying.
Yeah, but then we see that the quality of athlete after retire died has diminished. Yeah, but I with the Kobe thing, I just feel like that he probably should have, because he was getting paid the most, and part of the reason why we wasn't as great of a team is because we couldn't pay no other players.
So a lot of
but how they paying LeBron right now?
well, we got rid of Kobe. That's for one. You know, that cleared a lot of cap. But it cleared a lot of cap space, and they cleared out a whole lot of other stuff too, though. You know, now he's making, you know, more than Kobe, right? But you know, it was a cap space thing. I remember it was like it wasn't no way we could even pay anybody that was worth anything. But let me go ahead and
they tell you.
that's what they saying. Just considering, you know, the cap space conversation. You know what I'm saying? But let me go ahead and play this part.
Like he punted it way up there. And,
way up there.
But if my thing is that I just don't understand why. It's like you draft this kid, he's number one pick, and it's like you're almost intentionally trying to tear him down. Now I don't know, maybe it was just an old school way of, I don't know what, Bobby Knight tear you down to build you up. I couldn't understand it. So help me out. Help me out, Johnny.
I feel every rookie go through it. I ain't really go through it that much.
Not like that, though.
But every rookie go through, not like that. But my whole point is, every rookie wasn't 17. You get what I'm saying? You got to take some things in the equation. Like, when you bringing this person in, you got to understand that he didn't go through college to have a coach kick his ass in college. Right. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have the coaches like we had that get in your face this close and spit and yell. And, you know what I'm saying? So we developed that tough skin. Like, you gotta understand a process that he skipped.
Little light on, you know what I'm saying, the whole situation that everybody don't know about. It's like, if you put a kid in every kid ain't the same. You know, he didn't have the Kobe mindset, obviously. You know, Kobe was a kid coming in too. But Kobe is, you know, that he's Kobe, so we just leave it at that, you know. But every kid not the same, you know what I'm saying, and confidence matters, especially when you're trying to, you know, play a competitive sport. Confidence really matter, and it's just like for Stephen A. Smith to respond to Kwame Brown with that low light reel, that was just outright disrespectful. That was outright disrespectful, because for every player you can have that same reel.
Yeah.
You can have that same reel for every player that made a mistake while playing basketball. Like, that's so much of a well, how can I say? Like, that's so much of a you know what I'm trying to say? What am I trying to say? I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Like, it's like we actually can't believe that actually happened.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Like we could, like, I'm sure LeBron James got a gang of lowlights. He done got gloved by Nate Robinson. I know Shaq got a gang of them. Shaq got gloved by Nate Robinson.
Look, you could do Shaq with free throws, period.
Exactly. And then the crazy thing about it is too, like Yao Ming, like I'm sure
Jeremy Lin had 2 good games, and he was, you know, nobody calls him a bust that he only had those 2 pick games that everybody was like, oh my gosh, who is Jeremy Lin? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they pumped him up like he was just about to be just this, you know what I mean, out of this world basketball player, man. When all actuality, he wasn't nothing. And I hate to say this, but just like how Isaiah Thomas said about Larry Bird, bro, if Jeremy Lin was black, he'd be a regular basketball player. He said this about Larry Bird. Everybody will pump Larry Bird up like he just this great player. Yes, you was good, but if you was black, nobody else, you know what I'm saying? Nobody else, you know, we wouldn't even be recognizing you like that.
Yeah, you're not impressive. Yeah. All right. So since they want to call him a bust and say that he wasn't a good player, let's put some respect on his name. Let's play a highlight reel from back when. Let's look at the top 10 plays of Kwame Brown's career. Let's do.
He's playing so hard. Oh! Wow. All right, hold on. That got the people even up here, okay, behind us. Guys are yelling, oh, and ah. I mean, that was sensational. Bobcats now down 3. What? No! Woo!
Kwame on the early entry. Rams, they drop it. Strong to the rack. Well, he said, you're not going to guard me. I'll take the easy one. He gets the deuce.
Play down for the Lakers, and Kobe gives it to him, and he fake there, and then just attack.
There's Allen with the step. Oh, rejected emphatically by the man who led the NBA in block shots.
He's just simply amazing.
Running to the rack. Oh! Oh, there are no words for how nasty these two all-stars can be. Oh! Probably in danger of being eliminated 46.
Oh, I love it. He went straight to the basket just like he was floating on air. Goes up in the air. Now he's sideways. Look at the air. Look at the hang time. Look at the flying motion. Look at his head above the rim. They show him again.
Oh, Slightly caught him and throws down the hammer. He thought that was going to be a reverse lay-in, and it was almost like a double pump throwdown. The 2 lets it fly. It's gone! Oh,
And the Lakers lead with 7.4 remaining.
did you see what I saw?
Kemp got right up into the slam. Tomahawk jam. Yeah, baby. Into Lister's face. That's what a slam will do.
So Stephen A. Smith want to go ahead and pull all of these blooper reels and stuff like that, where there's plenty of I mean, he only played what an average of almost 2 quarters a game. You know what I'm saying? How much could he have shined? You know what I'm saying? That's not even to say, oh, he played a consistent, you know what I'm saying, 2 quarters. That could be, let me put him in while we're losing, pull him out, put him back in. You know what I'm saying? It could be all types of stuff. But they want to call him a scrub. So let's watch a scrub fight. Let's do that. Let me share my screen with you. Have you seen this video before?
Yeah. Definitely. He's embarrassing, bro. But yeah.
Talk about a scrub. This dude got less hands than Meek Mill. You seen Meek Mill punch a heavy pack?
Nah.
I will give Meek Mill that work. I'ma just tell you that. Straight up. I will give Meek Mill that work. Just looking at him punch a heavy bag, them weak ankles, bad footing, I'd have for sure dropped that dude. But this is about Stephen A. Smith. Check this fool out. I know you've seen it, but I'm gonna let our viewers have at it. Maybe they haven't seen it. Check this guy out.
0 hands.
What is that?
Wait, you gotta pause that. that first punch, I'd have been like, bro, look, hey, somebody come on. I'm not about to fight this dude. I can't catch a murder. I'm all hands. That first punch was super embarrassing. He just need to stop. Like, why he even record this?
Look,
Like, what you thought somebody was finna say?
My thing is, why is you talking shit and you can't even fight? You can't, obviously he can't even defend himself.
Yeah,
there's no way he can defend himself. He could probably scratch and bite, but there's no way for him to defend himself with that type of like you haven't had one fight in your whole life, dude.
His trainer is like, yeah, I'm training Stephen A. Smith, but you don't even know you out here looking bad, bro.
Embarrassing.
He ain't got no form. Like, who throws he threw the most terrible right hook first. Like,
this old no neck fool, this whole no neck dude, his head is connected to his shoulders.
Facts.
His head, like he
knock-kneed as a grown man. Like, you know, it looked like his waist and his armpits. Like, I don't understand, bro. Like, how is you talking noise?
How are you calling anybody a scrub and can't fight? You cannot fight, bruh. We see this. Why are you talking shit? And that's the problem with this day and age. All these dudes, they want to yappa because they know they not reachable like that. But if you were reachable like that, you would probably remain a little more quiet. You know what I'm saying? You probably think twice before you disrespect the guy named Kwame Brown. Kwame Brown. It's not even Kwame. It's Kwame. Just that simple. He want to talk about, oh, we're just talking about basketball. Nah, man. All that extra feeling and emotion behind it. That's you know what I'm saying? That's what makes it personal. Like,
the extra theatrics make it personal though.
Yeah. So
he probably cut a whole bunch out of that video.
Yeah, he had to, and I like, if it were me, and even same with Meek Mill. I keep bringing up Meek Mill because this kind of reminds me of it. It's like, why'd you allow somebody to record it and let everybody see it? Oh yeah, we know you training, but people that fight, they can peep that. Oh, you ain't got zero hands to begin with. Zero. I'm gonna go ahead and just play this. Zero.
Like negative zero.
-5. So he's a scrub. He's a bona fide scrub, and I'm gonna drop a bomb on him. Drop another bomb on that bastard. I'm gonna drop one more bomb on him.
Come on, man. We gotta clean up the coon juice. You feel me? It's too much, you know.
Yeah, I just had to drop some bombs on him. I'm gonna just go ahead and let the video exhaust itself, and so we can look at this scrub.
Clean up that cut more. Raise him up. Yeah, make him more free. Yeah, push. Come on. Come on, it's your last round. So push. There you go. Clean up that cut more. Raise him up. Yeah, make him more free. Yeah, push.
How embarrassing is that? That is hella embarrassing for you to really come out and talk about how somebody is a scrub, and then when we looking at you in sports, bruh, you doing bad.
Ultra bad.
Doing ultra bad, and it's like, bruh, like, just stop it. Your whole little, respond and stuff like that, all it did was just make him look dumb. That's all it did, make him look dumb. So, what are your thoughts on all of this?
I mean, the thing about it is, I never really liked Stephen A. Smith just based on like, bro, like, where did you come from? Where did you come from? I always felt like it should be ex-NBA players analyzing and criticizing what they did. You know what I'm saying? Like the panel with Charles Barkley, Shaq, even though the white dude, I don't know why he up there, but and I don't really feel Kenny Smith like that because he act as if he was just that guy. But he got them two gifted rings when Jordan wasn't in there when he played play with Hakeem. But anyway, that's beside the point. I always felt like it should not be people that did not do what they did to criticize them. Like, who are you? You know what I'm saying? It's different from us as the fans because we're the consumers. We are buying the tickets. We are buying the merchandise. We are helping keeping the NBA alive. So our voices matter. You know what I'm saying? And it's really minute at the end of the day because we still ain't played. But this Stephen A. Smith, Skip Bayless, you know what I'm saying? Okay, we got Shannon
Dracula
Sharp up there,
face.
But Shannon Sharp, bro, like, you play football. You get what I'm saying? So it's like I feel like that it should be ex-NBA players to get those jobs. Stephen A. Smith has no business talking about what these pro athletes have done and to be criticizing them and getting paid for it. I never felt that. Like, yeah. I would look at Charles Barkley, I would look at Shaq, you know what I'm saying? I would look at Kenny Smith, you know what I mean? I get that. You know, even with Steven Jackson and Matt Barnes is doing, you feel me? You know, they played the sport. But these folks that haven't played nothing, bro, like, you don't got, well, who is you? Yeah. And then you get on there embarrassing, throwing up, man, my girl beat you up. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Like my few, we finna get married next Sunday. If she beat you up, I done tell a whole bunch of guys like that, man. Like, look, my girl, I don't even got, look, if I'm getting jumped and she there, I ain't got to worry about it. It's like another dude. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, but just still though, I just don't, I'm not feeling that, homie. Stephen A. Smith, you know what I mean, need to be canceled, homie. Straight up, bro. Like, he just need to shut up, bro.
Yeah, and just think about that. Like, how, you know, the media made it their business to make him look like a scrub. Just think about all the endorsements that you know, that was a barrier to a lot of endorsements. You know what I'm saying? They say he made what, 80 something million in the NBA. Just, you know what I'm saying? He could have made a lot more. You know what I'm saying? Possibly if they would have just put the narrative to what the narrative actually was. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, he's a 17-year-old kid. He's coming into this, you know what I'm saying? And it's gonna take some adjustment. Not, oh, he's a bona fide scrub, but we're gonna only put him in the game when it's convenient for us to call him a scrub.
Right.
So it's like it's just wrong on all accords. Let me get your outlook on Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson and what they did to start this. Like, how do you feel about that?
Well, honestly, I've been trying to find out where was the start. I should have asked you, but I didn't hear what triggered Kwame to make his initial 1-hour video on that, responding to them. So honestly, I don't know what they. I don't know what. I don't have an opinion because I didn't hear it.
Yeah.
But I do have an opinion how they move though.
Yeah.
Steven Jackson does move like he a super gangster, but bro, you're a millionaire. So I never understood that. Even though right now, right? I'm an ex-gangbanger, but I don't have no desire to continue to move that way because that's counterproductive. Me being a gang member was counterproductive. I done spent all my dang 20s in jail. So why have this persona of why you trying to project this persona like you just super duper dugged out? But bro, most of your life you was in the NBA,
right?
I don't get it. I understand imagery. You know what I'm saying? I understand imagery and what it does to people. That's how white supremacists have convinced the entire world, you know, that black people are the enemy and they are clean, squeaky clean. When you really look at the evidence, white supremacy that's a cold piece of work. How you can do that with a straight conscience and be able to sleep at night. You know what I'm saying? So, and they did that through imagery. You know what I'm saying? Nobody has ever seen a round earth. What did they do? They put in your face, ever since you was a kid, a round earth model. So subconsciously you're prone to believe that the earth was round when in all actuality you look up the evidence, there's no evidence saying that it's flat or round. The same thing with the quote unquote white Jesus situation. From a child, they put this white man and say that his name is Jesus, so you cannot help but think that that's a white man. Even with the movies, the biblical movies and stuff like that, everybody was Caucasians.
Yeah.
So I understand imagery. So I don't understand what is the point of acting like you just this super duper thugged out. I don't know you, so I don't know if you really are. But why want to project that image in? Why you want to project that image in the public eye when you know that imagery is already destroying the black community as it is? Because if we don't carry ourselves a certain type of way, right? If we don't start cleaning up how we carry ourselves, mainly black men, if we don't clean up how we start, if we don't start cleaning up how we carry ourselves, we will never begin to get no type of respect from other races. They will never respect us. They will only give us so much just to shut everybody up. And we've been seeing that since this Biden, I said it right, Biden administration has started. They feel like it's like the black community feel like that this was a victory, that Derek Chauvin got a convicted. No, he was just a sacrifice. It was like we sacrificed him for the conviction. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's satisfied with that. But forget everything else that we were quote unquote promised, but 90% of the black community gave this administration their vote. 90% of the black population gave their vote to Biden and Harris. And that's terrible. That's terrible. Asians got reformed before we have. And Asians get liberated before we get liberated. And where are they getting liberated from? So it's imagery. Think about this, right? Think about this. Everybody know about Ray Rice, whether you know about football or not. We know what Ray Rice did, right?
Yeah.
Ray Rice was physical with his girl in the elevator. But let me ask you this.
Ben Roethlisberger.
I was going there. But I wanted to keep it a little bit more recent. What's the guy's name that played for the Seattle Seahawks that beat his girl nearly half to death?
And he told her, "Oh, I'm surprised you're still living."
I'm surprised you're still living. But we don't see none of his pictures. We don't see his pictures blasted around. When George Floyd got killed and Derek Chauvin was in trial, Derek Chauvin's picture wasn't being blasted around the internet. We know anybody know what George Floyd looked like. That's the importance of imagery. They do that on purpose to paint this image of what they want to do. They paint the image of the narrative, bro. What about the white guy that shot and killed those Asians in Atlanta? Do we know who he is? Do we know who he looked like? No. But they used that incident to somehow tie it to black people, and now for about 3 weeks or so, black people and Asians was getting into it. How did that work? It was a white man that killed them Asians. So how does that work? What part of the game is that?
And then they
I'm just saying, man, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate Kwame Brown for coming out. And I know, but I appreciate Kwame Brown, especially after 20 years of him getting bashed like that. It's crazy. Like, it's crazy, bro. Like, it takes a person, you did mention it earlier, right? That confidence matter. And it does matter. But this right here, him coming out after 20 years really shows how strong of an individual he really is. Because I don't think I'd have been able to, I'd have pulled up on Stephen A. Smith, especially some 20 years ago. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pull up on you. You get what I'm saying? Like, you ain't about to keep talking to us to me. We finna catch a fade. Straight like right? This. Or whatever you want to do. I'm with whatever you think you with. I'm with that. You get what I'm saying? So, no, I do definitely appreciate Kwame Brown coming out, and I'm glad that he popping. I'm glad he popping because he been getting destroyed his entire adult life.
Yeah, look.
What is he, a couple of years older than me?
Yeah, he said he was born in 82. Look, he said people
I'm
in
84.
public
Hold on.
disrespects him when they see him in public, call him a bus and stuff like that.
They disrespect him in public, and I want to touch on that, like what's happening with Trey Young and what happened with Russell Westbrook the other day.
Yeah.
The reason why the public, I feel where she coming from, right? Why it's always white men on black, white men doing this to black men. I feel where she coming from. No, it don't restore how she is with the black community. Why? It's because they trying to go with this narrative, bro. Like, you're not gonna continue to pander. You're not gonna continue to pander to black community when y'all feel like it, because y'all know how we get down, bro. No, it's because of y'all why the black NBA players get disrespected, because y'all don't respect them. I guarantee you, Cam Newton go out in public, they stay disrespecting him, man. You get what I'm saying? Like why Russell Westbrook, being as great as he is, to average a triple-double 3 years in a row, and then averaging a triple-double right now.
He's at he got the record for the most triple doubles. He just beat that record like last week.
In 5 years, he did it, though. But y'all want to sit up here and disrespect these guys publicly, day in and day out. Y'all get paid to disrespect them, but you wanna jokingly, quote unquote, call Brian Scalabrine the white mamba.
Never.
We ain't gonna talk about that. We ain't gonna talk about JJ Redick. Can we talk about JJ Redick? Was a complete monster at Duke. JJ Redick was a complete monster at Duke. Did they drag him through the mud? No. What about Jimmer Fredette? Do you remember Jimmer Fredette?
Nope.
Jimmer Fredette took a no-name college to the Final Four, bro. Was a freaking beast.
I remember when that happened. A no-name college to the Final Four, bro. He a straight beast. He got to the NBA straight bust. Y'all want to talk about Kwame Brown? Why? Okay. All right. If he's so much of a bust, I'm gonna go back to the black players that pissed me off. What about Michael Olowokandi? What about Greg Oden? What about Sam Bowie? First round, first picks out of college. And Kwame was out of high school.
But these dudes fresh out of college. Beast in college. Bust in the NBA. So if you want to talk about it, just him being a bust, you was better off using the full trajectory. Talk about all the first round, first picks. What about Adam Morrison? You remember Adam Morrison?
I remember that day.
See what I'm saying? Straight beast. He was a straight beast. I think he played for UConn. I'm not sure. I forgot. Or it wasn't UConn. I think it was Gonzaga. Straight beast. Let's bring it back. What's dude's name, bro? He out of Florida. Bro. The U. Played for the Bulls for a minute. Tall, light-skinned cat. He ain't white, but yeah. But I can't think of his name right now. But yeah, man, if you gonna say it was never personal, why y'all still talking about Kwame Brown? He's been out the league for 10 years.
Oh yeah, all right. So look. You say you don't. Hey, there go Mark Jr. Hey, go Mark
What's
Jr.
up, nephew?
He can't hear you. I got the headphones on.
Oh, okay.
Go over there, man. Go over there. I forgot what I was about to say now. What you saying? Matt Barnes. I ain't never liked Matt Barnes. I always felt like I don't know how tall he is. He like 6'6" or something like that. And I always felt like if he's 6'8", he looks shorter. He probably got small feet, huh?
I mean, if you see when he got into it, he's probably got. It's because he's skinny, cuz. But no. When you see him when he was getting into it with Kobe, you get what I'm saying? When he played for the Magic, was it the Magic? Yeah, Magic, or was that Sacramento?
I don't remember. But before I forget, look, you remember back in the day when you know when we used to go to the park and stuff. I used to get into it with the kids and stuff like that here and there. He would definitely be one. He would definitely been one of those kids that I would end up in a fight with, because that type of personality, that I think I'm tough. That's what I was talking about in the last video when I was saying like how when somebody around us was like seeming like they were tough. Like I can tell you one example is that so I called him out to fight. You know what I'm saying? And it's like Matt Barnes had that personality where he's trying to act like he's harder than what he is. You know what I'm saying? And I would have to call him out for a fight because like that's that personality. It's like watching him play the whole time, I used to always get mad. I think he's probably aside from Karl Malone, I detest Karl Malone. I don't like him. Like, cause I don't like that mindset. You think you tough and you not. And I don't think he understand a full black person is gonna always look at him as some work. Like we are gonna always look at you like that because you light skinned with little straight ass hair and you look like El DeBarge or Chico or whatever Kwame say he look like, cause he do look like that dude. He do look like the DeBarge dudes. And as he got to understand that if a nigga feel like he could beat you up, he ain't about to let you talk crap about him. Kwame Brown probably in his mind saying, man, I'll beat the crap out of man. How dare he say something? You know what I'm saying? And then try to embarrass him in front of a white lady. You like what he did was he tried to slight him in front of Jenny Buss. This was like, I think 4 weeks ago or 4 months ago. I don't remember. It was 4 or something when I looked at the YouTube videos. It wasn't 4 days ago. But
okay.
Him and Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson was talking about the trade with Pau Gasol. How they was like, oh, you traded Jenny Buss. She was talking about how they traded Kwame and it was Pau Gasol, right? Kwame and
Mark Gasol.
Yeah. Kwame and Mark Gasol for Pau Gasol. And Matt Barnes, he said one player. And then Tap Steven Jackson is like one player, right? Like one player, like being in like a little boulevard bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? And Steven Jackson co-signed. He was like, yeah, one player, as if Kwame didn't exist. Like he didn't, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't nothing. You know what I'm saying? And Jenny Buss didn't even catch it. She was like, oh, you played with. She was like, no, it's just one player. Y'all trade one player. You know, like basically just cutting Kwame out of, you know what I'm saying, as if he don't exist. Now, if a person that I feel like I can beat they ass,
you're not about to
say that. You're not about to say that about me.
And matter of fact, I'm gonna open hand slap you.
Pretty much.
You ain't gonna get fist. Nah, I feel you.
Pretty much.
You're not even gonna get the satisfaction of fist. Like, you know what I mean? You've already like you a hoe. So I got you.
Yeah, so with Matt Barnes, he just, it's like, dude, sit your motherfucking ass down. Ain't nobody scared of you, bruh. Nobody will, nobody. You're not intimidating, bruh. You're not. Stop it. Stop it. Dude is not intimidating. He used to always piss me off. It's always those dudes that's with that tough stuff. They always piss me off because it's like, if you that tough, we gon' see it.
We should know that.
We should know it.
We should know without you having to tell us all the time.
Yeah, we should know it. We should know it. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to tell me that I done been in countless fights. I don't even act like I've been in countless fights.
Seriously. Yeah.
I don't appear as intimidating. That's how I've been able to put certain people on their back, because I'm underestimating. And I don't even try to push it. I know I look like a weak one. You know what I'm saying? Come for it though. You gon'
It's gonna be a rude awakening.
It's gonna be a rude awakening. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't carry myself like I'm tough. You know what I'm saying? The history of my life say what it says. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I have the reputation that I have because of what happened. You know what I'm saying? Not what I'm trying to make people think.
Believe, yeah.
And it's like, that's what I don't like. You know what I'm saying? Matt Barnes, you down bad, dude. You are not tough. Steven Jackson, you are not a gangster. You probably tough, but you not a gangster. There's no way you could be a gangster.
We know you a squabble because we saw that when you did what you did.
Yeah, we know you down, homie. Yeah, we know he down.
You ain't no gangster though.
You ain't no
like,
G. You is not no
G. We know you down like a mug. Like you did your thing when
Ron Artest did that thing. Yeah, that was solid.
Sure.
I would have probably did the same. But you not a gangster, bruh. You is not no gangster. Matt Barnes not tough. You may be tough, but you not a gangster. Matt Barnes gotta understand. A solid Geechee really not gonna respect a mulatto like he tough. That just isn't what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's like it is what it is. Like, I'm not about to let no smooth haired person disrespect me. Like, and then you mad sensitive. You mad sensitive. You want to joke on somebody and they get mad when they joke on you. Yeah, it was probably a low blow to him. Possibly it could be a low blow to him, but after dealing with something for 20 years, knowing I could beat you up, you ain't about to say that about me. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I think Kwame Brown was saying. It's like you gotta learn to respect men. You know what I'm saying? You feel like what he said is a low blow, but what you saying is a low blow too, because you is basically kicking a person when he's down. You know what I'm saying? Y'all keep joking on this dude.
Like, seriously.
He's human. He's human. What do you think a human gonna do? Like, if it were you, it's like people never think about if it were them. If it were you, it were you, how would you feel? You know what I'm saying? You would feel the same way. You would have probably went crazy. You know what I'm saying? And he stayed solid. You'd have probably went crazy. Kwame Brown was just stayed quiet. You know what I'm saying? I wish I would have had that type of temperamental. You know what I'm saying? Like, I probably wouldn't have been fired almost 15 times in my life. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He was taught to, you know what I'm saying, shut up and do your thing. Don't worry about none of that. You know what I'm saying? And that's respectable right there. Like that's nothing but respect. He said like, y'all wanna like no, because if he would have said something, it would have proved everything y'all were trying to do, and it would have messed all of his goals up, which what they were trying to do. I think they were trying to derail him for his whole career, because you hear he keeps saying that he was only drafted number 1 so he can be traded. He said that. He said that they didn't really want him, and then for him to say that, and then the other NBA player, he said that he think that the people up top wanted one player and Jordan wanted another player. You know what I'm saying? And they couldn't, you know what I'm saying, they couldn't work out the deal. And that could be what he's talking about. He was drafted to be traded. And the way he talked about it was as if he didn't know Kwame had already said that. Like, you know, that he was drafted. You know what I'm saying? He said it in the sense that he felt something was fishy with the draft from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like, he felt something wasn't right from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, for somebody to be a human and y'all kicking them day in and day out, and in my mind, I know I could beat you up. You not about to talk to me like that. I don't care if it's about basketball. I exist, like he say, I'm somebody. My mama told me I'm somebody. He's somebody. You better put some respect on his name. They need to
I
put
didn't
some
wanna
respect. Nah, but for real.
Nah, yeah, real talk though. I didn't want to laugh, but you just made me laugh when you said my mama said I'm somebody.
He said that. He said that.
Oh yeah, okay.
He said that. He was like, my mama said I'm somebody. Saying Matt Barnes, dude. It's like, stop it. Stop with the tough stuff, because you're not tough. And it is straight bias because you're light skinned with straight hair, so you're not tough to nobody Geechee. So just stop it. Steven Jackson, you might be tough, but you're not a gangster. So we gonna make that clear. He might be a tough guy, but you not no gangster. And only coons do what you do. Sit up trying to portray the black man in the public eye as a thug ready to pull up on another black man when you got a simple disagreement. Going to social media talking about, oh, pull up if anybody bring whoever, da. Like, nigga, ain't you 50? You 50 years old, my dude. You got gray hair, bruh. 50 years old. He probably look at this like, I'll beat that little nigga ass. I don't give a fuck. That's what you would have to do. Trust me. You would just have to beat my ass. That's just what it need to happen. But it's like, don't portray us like that, and he gotta be aware to not do that. You know what I'm saying? Because all he doing is exactly what Kwame is trying to get y'all to understand, like what Champagne the dog did to him, was try to make all of us look violent just because, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Now, Champagne the dog, Charlemagne the God.
Oh, Champagne the dog. Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You didn't catch that. Yeah, that's Champagne the dog. This brother, this dude here, man. I stopped watching The Breakfast Club 2 years ago, but I kept my eye on certain stuff. You know what I'm saying? Charlemagne the God, the guy that has been selling us out for years. He was definitely wrong for, you know what I'm saying, like bringing up all that extra stuff about the dude family, because you know Kwame said he didn't even know about some of that stuff himself.
Yeah.
So yeah, Charlemagne the God, you know what I'm saying, he did what he did. He apologized. He was definitely wrong for making Kwame out to be you know, a violent individual, you know? So
yeah,
like, he apologized, and it seemed sincere to me. But what do you think? Did you hear his apology?
Nah, I didn't hear his apology. I think I haven't heard his apology. I haven't even peeped all that. I saw headlines, but every time I looked it up, it was somebody talking.
Oh, okay.
So I wanted to hear his apology though.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you just had to look up the donkey of the day. He gave himself the donkey of the day. You know what I'm saying? And he.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, he gave himself the donkey before, but he acknowledges, you know what I'm saying, that he did what he did. Da. That's cool. But my thing is, was that apology for Kwame, or was that apology for your brand?
Yeah, probably his brand.
And that's
because he quote unquote fake speaks up for the black community.
And
while destroying.
Yeah,
while
helping undermine us at yeah. How he'll fake act like he's for the black community, but he the one set up there and let Joe Biden say what he said to him about you ain't black unless you vote for him. It's like, we looked at Charlemagne as the guy that was gonna say what needed to be said, right? That was Charlemagne back in the day, right? That was Wendy Williams Charlemagne, right?
Yeah.
Where Charlemagne, he didn't care what it was, he was gonna say what it was, right? He didn't do that then. He didn't do that then. He stayed on code and of whatever democratic agenda they got, and he didn't press him on that. Like, if somebody would have said that, if knowing the guy history and he would have said that to me, I would have automatically got defensive and emotional.
Off the dribble.
Off the rip. Like, I'd have been like, what? Like, what? Like, even with them saying, oh, we gotta cut it, he gotta go, it's like, what? Like, who is you to say something like that? Like, how dare you even fix your mouth to even say something like that, considering you ain't done nothing but destroy the black community? How are we not black unless we vote for you, bruh? How? And I feel like it should have been a whole bunch of more emotion than what Charlamagne just kind of brushed it off his shoulder. Like, it didn't, you know what I'm saying? It should have been way more like, what you say? Like, something, like, make him say it again. Make him stand on his word. Make him reinforce his word. Like, what you say? We not what? Explain that. Nah, before you go, explain that. You know what I'm saying? We need somebody that is gonna speak up for us. Not go along with whatever what they talking about. Like, it's a shame. It's a shame. They
hard body. Armor on me like a soldier. Know the devil stays scheming, standing firm in the power of Jehovah. Hard body, strong body. That's one body, different members. We all want to Christ across his colorblind. You better change your perspective.